Hi, everybody. I'm Denise Thibodeau, your IWH certified holistic coach. Super excited to be talking about menopause. Funny, right? Super excited about talking about it because I think I found solutions after 22 years, and I want to share that with all of you. Yes, I'm 61, post-menopause. It's been in menopause for 22 years, suffering with all kinds of crazy symptoms. And I had no clue that they were actually linked with menopause. So you're going to be grab a pen and a paper because I'm telling you, you're going to be like, oh, that's me. Oh my gosh, that's my friend. Oh my gosh. And so if you're identifying with any of these symptoms and you're looking for solutions, I'm going to bring that to you today. But before we get started, let's talk about the information shared in this presentation is provided by me, Denise Thibodeau, and is not officially endorsed by Longevity. The products, the information discussed is not intended for diagnosis, diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases. Always consult with a healthcare provider before making changes to your diet, your lifestyle, and supplement routine. All right. So I'm really excited to introduce you to my symptoms of menopause. And I like to call them my MPause bandits because they have been wreaking havoc on my life for 22 years. So I was in perimenopause I started about 32. And we'll talk about the stages of menopause on the next slide, or a couple of slides in. So let me introduce you to the life of menopause. So flashy Fiona, your hot flashes. They start maybe really, lightly here and there, and then all of a sudden the pilot light goes, right? And here they're uncontrollable. And she just takes over whenever she feels like it. And you're going like, why is this going on? It's so like awful when you're working, you're around with friends. It's something you just don't want to live with for the rest of your life. And at 61, she still lights up once in a while. So Sleepless Sally is another one that's been stealing my life. She shows up and insomnia, looking at the ceiling, can't fall asleep, wake up, can't get back to sleep. All of a sudden, night sweats show up. I need instead of sheets, I actually need, bath towels to just soak up those night sweats. It's gross. I'm like, I cannot handle this. And at 61, she hangs around. She's not as heavy, but she's still around in my life. I know I'm bringing you lots of fun, right? Things to look forward to as you go through peri, menopause, and post. So anyhow, waistline Wanda, you know what she does? She rearranges your body. There are times where your waistline is growing. You go, what is going on? You have extra boobalicious moments. That's what's me. I'm like, holy cow, these girls are big and they're not getting any smaller. Had to buy new bras, new clothes because nothing was fitting. And I wasn't changing anything in my life, right? I was eating the same, active the same, but it was just coming on. And I was like, what is going on here? There's sweet roller rosy. That is the blood sugar that's just all over the place, right? So cravings are here, eat this, do that. And it's just like, okay, I have to get some control over this. Foggy Fran, she shows up. She still shows up today. And she just starts taking over your brain. And you're like, where am I? What do I need to do? You walk into a room, you forget what you're there for. I'm forgetting names once in a while. I'm going, oh, what did I just want to say? Those are things that are happening. So Foggy Fran is to blame for that, right? Brain frog. And then we have Moody Mabel that takes you on this roller coaster. You could be happy one minute, crying the next. You could be like, oh, pretty calm. And then all of a sudden you're in anger. You're like anxiety, all kinds, depression. It takes you all over the place. So Moody Mabel moved in. She's not as bad anymore because I've been doing a lot of work since January on my health. So she's moving out and I'm excited about that. Throbbing Thelma. So this is major migraine headaches. For years, I had major migraine headaches, would put me out for at least 2 days, sometimes three. And this was constant. I'm like, never realized it was part of menopause. I was just like, here we go again. It's the weather. It's this. So if you're suffering from migraines, definitely a connection with menopause. Mojo Molly. Nobody wants to talk about Mojo Molly, but you'll lose it, right? You have no desire anymore. It hurts when you're having those activities, and you're just like, honey, I got a headache tonight. Sorry, I'm, this or that. And so you're making excuses for something that's so beautiful, yet you can't. It just hurts too much. And then there's Grumbly Greta, that literally your stomach. I had bloating issues. I had, some people are suffering from IBS. There's a lot of digestive issues during the menopause. You may even end up having food allergies, things like you were never allergic to, you start having allergies to. It's kind of crazy. And then I discovered stiff shoulder Shirley. This is interesting to me because I had no idea that a frozen shoulder or a stiffness of your shoulder was actually part of menopause. And I remember going and getting acupuncture done, all kinds of work done, because I couldn't bring my hand over top of my head like this. I couldn't put t-shirts on. Think about all the women in your life that you know that have frozen shoulders. That is unbelievable. So these are just a few of my bandits that showed up in my life that maybe you're relating to as well. So menopause starts in your 30s to 40s. They will start with irregular periods, and then you'll start having a few mood swings, right? So that's your perimenopause. Mine started about 38 years old. Your menopause time is between your 40s and 50s, and it's marked by 12 months without a period, and then you'll have symptoms that start to show up, and they can be varied. We're going to talk about more symptoms, but all those bandits are starting to show up. Then you have post-menopause. This is, anywhere in your 60s plus, and you think, oh, I'm finally done, but the symptoms may decrease in some areas, but then you have health issues that can show up. And what are those health issues? They could be, heart, bone, bladder, all kinds of different things that might show up in your life for that. So it is, what you need to understand is each of you are unique in your development or your journey with menopause. These are some other symptoms. And I know I'm really working on symptoms because I had no idea they were all related to menopause. So breast soreness, gaining weight, we'd already talked about Wanda. There's allergies, anxiousness, tinnitus, the ringing of the ear. And I'm like, what is that? I never had it really serious, but it was always kind of there at some point. It's gone now, but that was it. Like, who knew? There's a change in taste, joint pain, huge for me in my hips, in my legs, on the outside of both thighs, my calves, my feet. Huge, huge issues for a long, long time. Irregular periods, fatigue. Fatigue took over my life. I never, ever, ever felt like I was refreshed. I'm refreshed now. I get up and I'm refreshed. I'm sleeping unbelievable now. UTIs, I've never experienced that, but a lot of people have. Digestive issues, frozen shoulders, vaginal dryness, burning of the mouth, depression. I used to always say, I wish I could find my joy again. I had lost my joy, and now my joy is back, which is super exciting. Thinning of the hair. I had traveling alopecia, so I would have like bald spots here and there and everywhere. And thank God my daughter was a hairstylist, so she could cut my hair and you wouldn't see the bald spots. But my hair was thin. She would always say, "Mom, your hair's getting thinner." Menopause. Overactive bladder. Hello. A lot of us have issues with that. And itchiness. Okay. So every woman faces menopause. Let's face it together with knowledge, support, and hope. That's what I'm going to bring to you tonight. Okay. Really important to understand that this is really, you're not alone when it comes to the menopause journey. And what I love here is our COO, Michelle Wallach, and her husband, Steve Wallach, are from Longevity. They're the owners, and they are incredible, incredible people. And Michelle, firsthand, it has been experiencing menopause. And she was, we got to figure something out here because this is no fun. And she turned to her husband, their scientific team, their developers, and they said, let's develop a product that will support women with their menopause journey. So this product called Hope, this system has been in development for 2.5 years. And they have done tons of research on natural ways of supporting our hormone imbalancing, right? Because it's triggering. There's lots of things that are triggering. So I so appreciate the collaboration of people that have come together to design this product that they have launched for all of us to experience. So before we get rolling a little bit further, I think it's really important for a quick study on menopause. So I'm going to read to you because I think it's a quick study on menopause and what's actually happening. And cortisol is a really important, it's really important to understand what cortisol is doing to our bodies, okay? And I know I was so full of cortisol that I think I was I think I was really on the brink of fibromyalgia for me personally, because I was so sore. I would say to my friends, don't touch me, I'm sore to the bone. Or I would say to my husband, don't touch me, I'm sore to the bone. So some of you may understand what that means. Just touching me, I was aching, right? It's crazy what was happening to my body. But now all that pain has gone away. I am feeling so much better. You can touch me. The inflammation's gone down. My cortisol levels are going down. I am balancing, and I am so excited about that. But let's understand our hormones. Our hormones are the body's messenger, directing everything from your metabolism to your energy, to sleep, to stress, to mood. Okay? Hormones matter, and they need to be balanced. During menopause, estrogen and progesterone levels drop sharply. These used to help buffer the effects of stress and help regulate cortisol, the body's main stress hormone. When these protective hormones fall, cortisol can spike more easily and stay elevated longer, especially at unexpected times like early morning and after emotional stress. Many women notice their usual stress management tricks stop working. Sleep feels broken, energy crashes, cravings and weight gain happens despite their usual diet. They feel wired, yet they're still tired. High cortisol during menopause definitely intensifies common symptoms like hot flashes, night sweats, anxiety, insomnia, brain fog, and even more aches and pains. It also disrupts your balance of other hormones, such as your thyroid, your insulin, making midlife metabolism feel even more feel impossible to manage. Right? I'm like, I can't. No matter what I was doing, weight still kept on coming or would stabilize, and I'm there. It does not move. This domino effect means that what used to work, your diet, your exercise, your sleep, your habits, even relaxation techniques, might suddenly be inefficient or ineffective. You may feel your body changing out from under you. And that's how I felt. Now, the HOPE system uses nutrients such as vitamin B vitamins, magnesium, adaptogens, I can't pronounce that very well, and botanicals, because these help buffer cortisol and support your body's natural hormone harmonizers instead of working against your hormones, okay? So addressing hormone balance, including your cortisol, is key to thriving, not just surviving in menopause. And that is why Hope's holistic formula works differently from its symptom management perspective, okay? Well, let's get to know a little bit about the products. So these are the 3 products in Hope. So you got a probiotic, okay? And that works on your microbiome and digestive support. You have renewed, rewind, and restore. That helps with your cellular vitality. It rebuilds your cells. And then life balance is the support needed for hormone equilibrium. Okay? These products address key systems in your body, so your gut, your cellular, and your hormone health for a whole body synergy. Together, they deliver hormone balance, optimization, protection, and energy. And when you take those 4 letters together, it spells, or 4 things together, it spells hope. Okay, let's dive down in each product so you're a little bit aware of what it is. So the probiotic, as you can see, it helps with vaginal microbiome. I had no idea I had that, but it's helping. It maintains healthy vaginal pH. Healthy increases your vaginal flora. And there's something going on with me in that area. I am not going to the washroom as often. I can go all night without having to get up. There are some really major things moving in my body in regards to that. It relieves constipation. I've never had constipation, so I don't have that issue. It optimizes balance, so balancing those hormones in us, and enhances immunity. So the relief is constipation, bloating, and gas. And I have to tell you that I am pretty farty on this product, but it really is moving. There's some really great things happening internally for me. Food intolerances, heartburn, acid reflux, and nausea. Those are the things it'll help you with. So there's 16 unique probiotic strains in here. And it's got probiotic fibers to fuel your healthy gut bacteria, and it promotes that vaginal flora balancing, digestion, and immune function. This is a product I absolutely love. And you take one first thing in the morning, okay? Now, the next product is Life Balance. So this is a product that's gonna, do you see the simple ingredients here? Okay, this is research, real ingredients, no coloring, no artificials, non-GMO. Like there's nothing in here. There's no wheat, there's nothing. This is all clean, natural ingredients that they've used to bring the success of Hope. So it'll help manage your blood sugar, insulin, and cortisol. Remember how important cortisol is. Balances hormonal system, greater resilience to stress, so helps you manage that stress. Reduces excess inflammation. When your body has inflammation, it's not good. And then fill in nutritional deficiencies. So what's the relief? Hot flashes, which I have seen firsthand diminishing. And I've only been on the product for 3 weeks. Sleep disorder. I have been sleeping like a baby, like literally going to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock and not getting up till I have to go to the washroom at 5:36. Night sweats are diminishing. My 2 o'clocker is done. 5 o'clock, 2 or 3 days a week now. And it also gets triggered by the food I eat. So if I clean up my diet, less symptoms, right? So joint and muscle pain, that's coming around. Anxiety, bladder issues, that's a big one for me right now. I'm not as bad as I used to be. Mood and irritability. And these are the clean ingredients. And each ingredient is specifically used to hit a specific symptom, as you can see here. Okay, the next is your rejuvenate, restore, and rewind. So this is where it helps with your cellular structure. Okay, so it gets rid of dead cells, it gives you more energy, it helps balance that metabolism, it helps protect your DNA and your cellular structure from stress. There's a whole training on just these things. What does it relieve? Energy, vitality, clarity, recovery. And you can see that the ingredients in here again are simple. And again, they did tons and tons of research over the past 2.5 years, reformulating, testing, so that they have the right combination for all of us who are going through menopause at any stage. Okay, and menopause. You don't know what you don't know. And that was me for 22 years. I didn't know what I didn't know. I had gone to all kinds of crazy things, right? I had gone to doctors, I had gone to, oh, like I won't list them all, but there were, I never got answers. I never understood why I was going through menopause. Maybe I was silly, I don't know. But now, all the things that I wanted was better sleep, not to be so moody, fewer hot flashes, night sweats, less joint pain. There's nothing worse than having joint pain. I wanted a stronger digestive system, balanced energy, and clearer thinking. So I wanted to eliminate my bandits. And with hope, they're being eliminated one at a time. So before we jump into the next stage, as an IWH certified holistic coach, if you want to do a health evaluation with me, you're more than welcome to reach out. These are free, they're complimentary. And what it'll do is it will help you understand the whole body. Our body talks to us all the time. And when you do the evaluation, it'll give you an overall body score, and then it breaks it down to 4 different sections. And then what we'll do is we take a 15-minute conversation. I kind of walk you through what your body's telling you, and then you can make an informed decision on what is the best avenue to take for your journey with your health. So, hormone response. You also have to think about your lifestyle, controlling that stress levels in your life. Nutrition is going to be important. Minerals, protein, omega, those are all part of the package too. Sleep starts with hope. Definitely, I'm hearing lots of people getting better sleep. And then moving your body. Exercise is the detoxification, right? If you can get rid of all those dead cells from us, it's always going to help you. So ask yourself, which menopause bandit feels like has been stealing your peace lately? Are you ready to start winning that battle with hope? If your body couldn't whisper what it needs most right now, would it be balance, nourishment, or a reset? So you don't have to accept the myth, and you don't have to believe this is just the way it will always be. That was me, 22 years, thinking that's the way it was be. But now it's your moment. If you're interested and you want to connect and test out and try hope, hope isn't just a witch, it's a system for renewal to bring you back to the old self you used to be. So thank you for watching. If you got any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to support you and help you every step of the way. This is a journey that when women link arms together as early as perimenopause, in menopause, and post, this is where we're going to thrive as a community. So thank you so much for reaching out. Thank you so much for watching this presentation, and I look forward to connecting with you. Thank you. Have a great day.